What's going on, family? This is Scrapbook Boxing Museum of the Forgotten Fisticuffs series. Let's go over a couple of dates. August 4th, 2007, Mexico. March 1st, 2008, Carson, California, Home Depot Center. May 22nd, 2010, Los Angeles, California, Staples Center. March 3rd, 2007, Home Depot Center, Carson, California. This will be the date and location of some of the most fiercest Mexican wars of all time between two outstanding Mexican fighters, Israel Vazquez and Raphael Marquez. Let's take a look at their careers and take a look at this outstanding fight. Now, Israel Vazquez, they call him Magnifico. He was born December 25th, 1977 in Mexico City, Mexico. He had total bouts of 49, 44 wins, 32 knockouts, and 5 losses. He stood 5 foot 4 and a half inches and weighed 122 to 126 pounds and had a 66 and a half inch reach. Fantastic fighter was Israel Vazquez. Very good amateur career as well. Now, Raphael Marquez was born March 25th, 1975 in Mexico City, Mexico. He stood 5 foot 5 and a half inches and had a 68 inch reach and weighed 119, 122 to 126 pounds. He would have a fighting record of total bouts, 50, 41 wins, 37 knockouts with 6 losses. He would be the fighting brother of Juan Manuel Marquez. And what was outstanding between this fighter here, I'll tell you, was his courage. I think he had a little more courage than his brother, and his brother had tremendous courage. But these are two outstanding brothers, Mexican fighters, that fought on the same card leading up to their careers, and I had a pleasure watching both of them. Now, with Israel Vazquez, he would have a 20-fight winning streak. He would lose his first fight to Marcos Lacona on 22nd, 2002. And after that loss, he would have 12 straight victories. And he would look so impressive that he would get an opportunity to face a fighter for the WBC Interim Super Bantamweight Championship. He would defeat Jorge Escalera. And it would be an outstanding match. I actually saw that fight. He would fight Julio to win the vacant IBF Junior Featherweight Championship strap. 2006, Vasquez would defeat Ivan Hernandez, who had a record of 23-1-1. Vasquez defeated WBA Bantamweight Championship title holder Johnny Gonzalez on September 16, 2006. 2007, he would face Juan Marquez. His brother was named Raphael Marquez. And what was fascinating about Raphael Marquez is that he would knock out Tim Austin. He had a record of 25-0. He claimed the IBF Bantamweight Championship strap. He would defeat former flyweight champion Ricardo Vasquez. And these two men would have to get it on because they were on a collision path. There was no way they can get around it. They couldn't duck each other like they do today. They had to explode and face one another, and that they did. On August 4th, 2007, they would fight in Texas. And the referee was Jose Galupa. And I tell you, that was a war. As you can see, the explosive right-hand punch on the left side of the jaw of Raphael Marquez would tell it all. And this went back and forth, round after round, fight after fight. Straight hand, a beautiful left jab from Israel Vazquez. He actually broke Raphael Marquez's eye socket with that one punch. And Marquez would have to face Israel Vazquez for the rest of the fight in that condition. He drops a beautiful right hand, did Marquez, right on the bridge of the nose, and the left eyelid would burst open from the impact of that punch. Both men fought blind in both eyes. It was the most courageous performance of modern time. And the fight would be over. In the third fight, and as you can see here, Marquez would need assistance standing up as Vazquez would hold his arms in victory. As you can see on March 1st, 2008, Carson, California, at the Home Depot Center, the referee was Pat Retzel, and Marquez would win a split decision. Can you believe this fight actually went the distance? And the condition of Raphael Marquez looks like he's completely out, but he would recover to complete the fight, but Vazquez would win this particular match. Once again, you can see Marquez on his way down. He had enough wits about him to hold on to the ropes with his right arm. He refused to go down. He refused to lose. He would complete the fight, but he would lose a 12-round split decision. Courageous effort by this outstanding Mexican fighter. Back and forth they went. Now after Raphael Marquez would go down and hold himself up, prevent from going completely down, he would get up and he would take over the fight. Beautiful left hook. But as you see here, Vazquez would make a comeback and he would drop Marquez. Marquez this time would go down as Pat Russell looks on. Pat Russell will look into the eyes of Raphael Marquez and start to count. Look at him very carefully. And he will let him know, I'm giving you one more chance. And as you can see here, Marquez took advantage of that opportunity and he would drop Vazquez with a straight right hand. This fight went back and forth. It reminded me of some of the old warrior fights between some of the greatest fighters of all times. Vazquez was hands would be raised and he would win his championship belts. Now, one of the most anticipated rivals in many years, perhaps since Gotti Ward, but in the case of Mexican rivals, you would have some great Mexican fights. Carlos Zarate and Lupe Pinter, Carlos Zarate and Alfonso Zamora, Juan Manuel Marquez, Antonio Pereira, Marcos Antonio Pereira, Eric Morales, Ruben Oliveras, Jesus Chucho, Jose Luis Ramirez, and Julio Cesar Chavez, Jose Luis Castro, and Diego Corrales. Outstanding Mexican wars. But you'd have some outstanding fights besides Mexican fights. Muhammad Ali versus Smoking Joe Frazier, 3 times. Tony Zale, Rocky Graziano, 3 times. Sugar Ray Robinson, Jake LaMotta, 6 times. Stanley Ketchel, Billy Kapke, 3 times. Sam Langford, Harry Wills, 11 times. Jack Britton, Ted Kid Lewis, 19 times. Sandy Seller, Willie Pep, 4 times. Hammerman Henry Armstrong, Baby Arizmendi, 5 times. Barney Ross, Jimmy McLaurin, 3 times. Coco Kid, Holman Williams, 9 times. Manny Pacquiao, Juan Manuel Marquez, 4 times. I'll tell you. Manny Pacquiao, Juan Manuel Marquez, 4 times. Sugar Ray Robinson, Gene Foreman, 5 times. Charlie Norquist, Danny Nardico, 2 times. Holman Williams, Charlie Burley, 5 times. Fascinating wars. Fascinating fighters. But these 2 men reminded me of a throwback. 2 of the greatest Mexican fights that I have ever seen came from 2 of the greatest Mexican fighters of the 1990s and early 2000s. Thanks for hanging in there with me. This is Scrapbook Boxing, Museum of the Forgotten Fisticuffs series. All great fights and all great fighters will never be forgotten on my channel. Thanks for these 2 warriors, Raphael Marquez and Israel Vazquez. Salute to my subscribers. Salute to boxing.